Alright, so first order of business, I have some squirrels to beat up. If I go defeat, like, Chatterfang was his name, then go back to the Green Capital City and then just say, hey, I've defeated these 3 legends. Now give me the 3 great treasures you were talking about. So I'm gonna go and just clear out the squirrel farm with good old Sveltpat, Voix de l'Impératrice. And basically just gonna do like one last session with Light Paws, and then once I do Squirrel Farm, I'll start putting together another deck. Fill out deck slot 9 and maybe deck slot 10 as well. Alright, I guess you too can feel the wrath of Light Paws. A player losing unspent mana causes that player to lose that much life. Ah, so I see we're bringing Mana Burn back. Assuming this actually gets cast. Lock is going first, okay. At the beginning of each player's pre-combat main phase, they add 2 green. That works for me. And then what do we want to do here? Probably just start dumping auras on the board. I guess next turn I'm gonna start dumping auras on the board. Tower counters on Helix Pinnacle. If there are 100 or more tower counters on Helix Pinnacle, you win the game. I don't think we're gonna have to worry about that actually hitting 100. And the Griffin Guide, actually, we're gonna do it here. And draw, like, what, 2 cards whenever I play an aura, because I have both Ceram and the Core Spirit Dancer out. And then let's just go grab any other aura, really. I'll cast Flickering Ward, and that's gonna be another aura. I'm gonna draw 2 more cards off of this. I guess I'll take a Hyena Umbra. Now this thing, if it would die, I lose this instead. Apparently we could keep going. On second thought, maybe not, because, well, don't really have any more auras to go cast. Let's just attack. I'll put Triclopian Sight onto something. I guess we'll do Spirit Mantle also. I'll just discard 6 cards, I guess. Alright, your move. Whenever a player taps a land for mana, that player adds 1... Oh, okay. It just doubles all mana from lands, I see. Let's see how far I can actually keep going. I mean, my mana got doubled and everything from all the lands I produce. Whenever I tap a land for mana, I'm gonna make, like, 1 extra mana of that type. Needs more Ninja Guide than Pressure Endless. I really should get back to Pressure still. Maybe I should get back to that, like, in all seriousness. Alright, where is the Tempest technique? How many copies am I getting? I think I'm gonna get 3 additional copies. I'll just put them all here. I can get, like, okay, I can go grab one more aura out of my deck. Alright, let's give this 120 double strike. Let's give that double strike. That's definitely the most interesting card that just got dropped for us. Most interesting card, really, that he dropped. The Girl in the Fireplace, never seen this one. Oh, well, there's one more card, turns out. Alright, let me into the squirrel farm. How do I get into the shop here exactly? How do I walk through? Okay, yeah, I can just barely fit through the gate. If I need to regenerate insects, rats, or spiders, or even squirrels. Also, what is this? Whatever the hell liberated livestock is. I think that'll be easier than trying to just fit through that small, like, gap in the fence again. So what is this about a scarecrow who's saying it's harvest time? Oh, so that's where the Reaper King is. So this is where he is, and what are we looking at here? Exactly. Something to fix his mana. A creature that just makes 3 squirrels every single upkeep. Alright, can't really attack him with flyers then. They'll just take 4 damage. Or unless those flyers have enough toughness to tank the 4 damage. And a Squirrel Sanctuary. Whenever a non-token creature dies, pay 1, put this back into hand, then cast it and make a 1/1 squirrel. Alright, understood. Understood. I understand. Start off with the Benevolent Bodyguard and pass. I'll just go play Light Paws immediately and pass. I need to keep this or this alive. I have Benevolent Bodyguard to help with that. Play this as a land untap, pay 3 life to do so. We'll be Sheltered by Ghosts on Glint-Eye. Getting rid of this with the Sheltered by Ghosts. I'll go get... a Conviction for Light Paws. And then I just pass. Okay, got it. He can play Scarecrows from the top of his deck now. Until that leaves the field. Got it. I'll just go drop another aura on the field. I'll do Chomano's Blessing Protection from green on Glint-Eye. Daybreak Coronet on Light Paws. I'll make this attack. I guess this is until I find another land. I'm not really doing much else. Okay, there's a land, sure. Play another aura. Stick it on this basic land. And then... I'm gonna get this off the field. And grab a free Feather of Flight for Light Paws. Attack for... This is gonna take 4 damage, but it's got 8 toughness, so nothing to worry about. And draw 3 more cards, and then pass it back to you. Alright, Alright, back to me again. Nice. Okay, that just casually taps for 7 mana, because I have 7 enchantments out. Starting to think this game is not really going to last that much longer. Could just draw 18 cards. See if I can even, like, cast half of them. Probably not. Don't really think I need to draw more cards right now. In case you can't tell. Well, I'm still gonna draw more cards, apparently. I'll get this off the field. Let's grab something else while we're at it. Grab a Spirit Mantle. Let's just put Skrelv onto the field. And a Giver of Runes, and now we're discarding 13 cards. Okay, we're almost done discarding here. Pass. I'll just attack here for lethal. I gotta do another game. Sure, I can do another game. If I just see 2 lands, I'm 99% sure I'm keeping that hand. Because then I could just play Light Pause, and then from there, it's just gonna be pretty straightforward what I need to do. Light Pause and a couple of auras, and we're set. I'm gonna let this hit me for 2. Okay. Every time he plays a Scarecrow, that's gonna get permanent +1/+1, understood. Play that as a land, and I'll pay 3 life to have it enter untapped. And then... we'll just start slamming auras down. I'll get Nut Collector off the field with Sheltered by Ghosts. Ethereal Armor is gonna go here. And with that, I'm gonna also grab a Hyena Umbra. Swing for 9 here. And pass. I'll take 4. That is fine. Yeah, if I need to draw cards, but I still have stuff to play. I'm just gonna wipe the board. And keep Light Pause because of the totem armor that it had. Let's slap Cage of Hands on this. Can't attack or block now, and I'm gonna go grab a Twin Blade Blessing and just attack you for 16, and now the game is over with commander damage. I already tried this commander out. Yeah, not this series where I was playing Realm of Legends, the one before that. The commander mode with, like, normal enemy decks. I tried out Reaper King no more. I already gave this one a try. We're not gonna do it again. At the beginning of your draw step, draw a card, but when this comes into play, discard your hand. And it's 5 mana to even get this on the field in the first place. wonder if, like, back in the day it was actually, like, a decent source of card advantage. Also, yay, some more loot. If you would gain life, you gain twice that much life instead. Okay, simple, straightforward. Straightforward and simple. Green creatures you control have trample. Protection from mana value 3 or greater and lifelink. I can give something Wither and First Strike if it's both black and red. What about this? Let's see this one. 2 snake forms. So that's my rare. Swamp Walk and Forest Walk. Remove a -1/-1 counter from a creature you control to give Quill Spike +3/+3 until end of turn. If I even, like, had a dedicated -1/-1 counter deck, this would be pretty nice to put inside it. Or sided it against, like, an opponent who's doing that kind of shenanigans. Oddly specific way to just get rid of -1/-1 counters, but you could do that too. To give something both flying and vigilance if it's both blue and green and +2/+2. Kind of like the sound of that as well. Chicken egg. Alright, 1 out of 6 chance this turns into a 4/4 red chicken. Okay, it doesn't even fly. During your upkeep, roll a 6-sided die. On a 6, sacrifice the chicken egg and put a giant chicken token into play. Which is a 4/4 red chicken creature token. Anyways. Yeah, I'll just say, like, a random unglued card was, like, the last thing I was expecting to pick up there. Keep. So play Mother of Runes. I've got 5,000 mana shards, and what am I gonna even do with that many? It's like, what do I even do with that many at this point? Pass. Non-basic Landwalk. Alright, so far, don't have any non-basic lands out yet. If I play this, though, on the other hand, I'm just gonna put Flickering Ward back to hand so I can cast it again. And go get another aura out of the deck. I think I'll do Sentinel's Eyes this time. That's gonna swing for 6. And I draw just like that, I draw 6 cards. And then you wonder just why I like playing this Glintine Nephilim so much. And then you wonder why I like the accessory that just lets me start with this every game. Drawing 2 cards a turn is good enough. Once you can just start, like, slapping on auras and equipment or using other ways to boost its power, then it really just gets out of hand. Pretty much drawing like a brand new hand every single turn, which is insane to think about. I'll send both of these in, actually. Permanents you control gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. This still is gonna go through unblocked, so... Anyways. Maybe we can actually put a few more things onto the battlefield. Okay, I can do a Lash Knife for 0 mana. Tap Giver of Runes instead of paying 2 mana for the Lash Knife. Spirit Mantle. I'm gonna put my Soul Ring onto the battlefield. Still got 2 white mana floating. Gonna do Ocelot Pride, and we're gonna do then all that glitters. And now I believe I'm just discarding 9 cards here. So let's discard them. Don't think I need a board wipe at this point. Okay, Toasty is just gonna cast his commander. Assuming you can even do combat damage to me at this point in the game. Alright, we just made 16 mana from our Nykthos over here. That's hilarious. I'm just gonna attack for game at this point. I could just keep playing, but there's no point. I already have game on board. Pay 1 life, counter target black spell. Interesting. That's a Nature's Lore, that's not half bad. Alright, I see a Mysterious Mage is selling rare spells. Rare green spells he's selling. What the hell is Ninja Pizza? Foods you control have tapped. Sacrifice this artifact. Add 1 mana of any color. At the beginning of your second main phase, create a food token. In addition to their normal ability of sacrifice this food, gain 3 life. Ninja Pizza. Just when you thought you've seen it all. Yeah, like, a few months ago, I learned there is now an actual Magic card named Ninja Pizza. That is actually for real. Repeatable counter target black spell, that's also hilarious. Birthing Ritual. Is this like a mini birthing pod every end step you don't have to sink more mana besides 2 mana into? Play this for 2 mana, end step. If you control a creature, look at the top 7 cards of your library, then sacrifice a creature, and if you do, put something from among those 7 cards with X plus 1 mana value onto the battlefield. Yeah, it pretty much reads like a mini birthing pod every turn. Interesting. Party dude. Yeah, again, I had to do a double take there as well. Alright, oh yeah, I already have this. Honk. The goose is loose. The goose laid an egg? What is this? You can destroy an artifact or enchantment for 1 mana, but you're giving your opponent a free food token. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, you create a food token. I like the flexibility on this 1 mana instant. I believe I already own this, just a different printing of it. Whenever a land comes into play, you gain 1 life. Decent. Whenever you cast a legendary spell, draw a card. target activated ability. Draw a card for 2 mana, and it's interestingly enough something a counter spell of some sort in green is really not something you see every day. Yeah, in green though? This creature enters with a +1/+1 counter on it for each color of mana spent to cast it. Whenever you cast a creature spell, that creature enters with X additional +1/+1 counters on it, where X is the number of colors of mana spent to cast it. So if I spend like 3 different colors of mana to play Marat that comes in as a 6/6 instead of a 3/3, I like the sound of that, so I'm picking that up. If I ever continue to play Marat again, that would be worth... Yeah, that would at least be worth a try. Alright, we got more squirrels to fight. This one I've never seen before. Keep hand. Razorgrass Ambush, untapped. I'm gonna lose 3 life for this. Mox Diamond. Exile Snow-Covered Plains to play Mox Diamond, and then Light Pause turn 1. Skull Clamp, that's always a good card to see. That's always a good card to have around. I think what we're gonna do here is Static Prison. I'll do the Nut Collector. Should have maybe done the Skull Clamp. I was thinking about. I'll do the Ethereal Armor on Light Pause. Get the Sentinel's Eyes. Pass. There's nothing to really... Besides the squirrel tokens, there's nothing else I really want to put this Temporal Isolation on. But I do want to just keep digging further into my deck here. Just getting auras and enchantments I want. I do want to continue grabbing auras and enchantments out of my deck to put on Light Pause. Cage of Hands, I guess, is just gonna go here. And then we'll give our guy a Spirit Mantle and win the game. What does the sign say? And the ignorant shall fall to the squirrels. This is not where I go, right, to... Yeah, that's not... Okay, this is where I must go to fight the squirrel with a crown icon over its head. Is this Chatterfang? Already found Chatterfang. So, starts with 50 life. 2 lands! The Nut Collector that they all seem to start with. Sword of the Squeak. I mean, this is already shitting out a bunch of creatures with base power and toughness 1, so... And the Squirrel Sanctuary. Yeah, let's give this a go. So we got this on the first turn, which is hilarious. Meanwhile, best I can really do is just... I'm just gonna give Glinteye protection from green. Just block the biggest creature with Glinteye, because it got protection from green now. Assuming he even bothers to attack. I'll play Light Pause, and then the turn after that, then it's gonna be time to just start playing stuff. No, really, where are all these tokens coming from? So this... I don't want to, like, lose a creature, so I'm gonna take 3 damage. I don't want to lose anything. I'll do Chains of Custody on Light Pause over here. Get rid of something, but we gotta choose wisely. I'm thinking it's gonna be this sword. And then Sheltered by Ghost, because that can get rid of something else. Alright, he's already made enough squirrel tokens as Nut Collector, so... But even then, I think this barely slows my opponent down. Whenever a creature you control attacks, you may put a quest. Is he gonna attack with all his squirrels, though? Alright, looks like we're in trouble here. Did he just top deck this, by the way? Was this just something he got off the top of his deck? Should probably actually have to do some blocks here, whether I want to or not. That would be 24 damage, 32, 39, 46... I gotta block something else, don't I? I can get rid of this, but how am I supposed... I can't answer the rest of the board, I don't think. But then I won't have anything else I can do to deal with the rest of the board. This time is gonna go a hell of a lot differently. So what do I just use? I'm gonna get rid of the Ameria's Call. Alright, turn 1 Light Pause. That right there should give me a significant advantage. Landing this on the first turn. Yeah, sticking that turn 1 is going to be big. Anyways, I think I'm going to get rid of this sword again. So I can already go attack for... I'll also do Static Prison. Get rid of this for 2 turns. Attack for 10. Yeah, it looks like I'm poised to get this one. I'm gonna do Sentinel's Eyes on Glintine to feel him, I guess. Ethereal Armor on Light Pause. Let's just make this attack. No, I'll pass. Assassin's Trophy targeting Light Pause to destroy it. In response, Triclopian Sight. I'll get Flickering Ward in response and choose... I'll get Protection from green, so that's gonna, like, blank the Assassin's Trophy. Alright, attack one more time and then force a game 3. Interesting. I can just stop all those squirrels from beating my face in with a moat. Non-flying creatures cannot attack. And then just only a matter of time before I find a way to give Light Pause flying and then just win the game with that, because that's usually the only creature I need to be attacking with. Usually, anyways. Of course, since I won the last game, yeah, obviously that means Chatterfang gets to go first. I'll take 5 damage. Silverport Cutthroat. I think I'll just counter this. Play Light Pause. Attack. And yeah, there goes a perfectly good Glimtai. I'll take 5 damage again. I'll play Urza Saga for my land. And then... I'll get rid of Nut Collector with Ossification. I'll go get a Shelter by Ghosts with the Light Pause trigger, and that's gonna get rid of... I'll take out the sword. And if I need to give Hexproof and Indestructible an instant speed for 1 mana, I can do that. Anyways, I don't want to lose my commander, so... But yeah, I'm not getting rid of any of my opponent's stuff either. Alright, I'm gonna try and just sit behind the moat here. If that doesn't get destroyed, then I guess, assuming the goose... Yeah, the goose can't do any damage anyways. Yeah, outside of this zero-powered goose, none of my opponent's creatures can attack anymore with moat out. Well, let's go grab something that's gonna give our creature flying so it can continue to attack. Plus, I'll draw a card while we're at it. I'll attack for 4. I'll pass. No attacks because simply can't attack under moat. Let's see what else. I'll just get rid of Chatterfang. Deranged Hermit. All squirrels get +1/+1 and create 4 more squirrels. None of which can attack, though. Meanwhile, I'm still looking for more auras here. Okay, there's Cho-Mano's Blessing. Protection from green, and then I'll go grab all that glitters. Now I'm attacking for 14. And that's... Yeah, that gets us up to 21 commander damage again. Yep, that's Chatterfang down. Okay, last I checked, this is like just also really good at dealing with black and red. If a black or red permanent spell or card not on the battlefield will be put into a graveyard, exile it instead. The protection from black and from red is also pretty nice. What is this here? Looks like more of Modern Horizons 2, in fact. Murktide Regent. Wow, that's a really pretty looking Murktide Regent at that, too. Okay, not bad. This I already have, this I already have, this I already have as well, and then this is... from earlier this year, in fact. I'm gonna now go and claim my reward from the Green Capital. So I need to just go and find the green rune and actually use it. Send me back to the capital city in this forests. So who gave me the... Yeah, who gave me the task to fight 3 legendary creatures? Okay, it was this... Yeah, it was this house right here. Helm of Myth. Worldly Tutor. That's good. And Gaia's Cradle. All the forests are forever in your debt. And a Gaia's Cradle. Don't really know how it gets much better than that as far as the treasures from the Green Capital could go. Yeah, we're eating well tonight. Worldly Tutor and Gaia's Cradle. Alright, I guess it's time to start throwing another deck together. Let's see what we can do. I said I wanted to go and fill out 1 or 2 more deck slots. So, let's get to it. Who's it gonna be this time? I have all these legendary creatures to pick from, but... I think I know where I'm going straight to. I mean, it's not like I'm ever gonna get to actually play this in multiplayer Commander. I mean, it's banned. And kinda for good reason. It's not the most, like, broken legendary creature ever printed, but I think it's more so the fact that it's just, like, unfun to, like, have your entire hand put into your deck. And pretty much, like, get maybe 1 card back. Oh, it just doesn't, yeah, it just doesn't look like it's fun to play against. But yeah, the computers aren't gonna complain. No, we're gonna get no complaints from the computers. And these cards are taking a while to load. Oh, like 1,000 plus of them. Well, let's just get, like, the Power 9 into the deck that we have. A way to just help me play Leovold a little bit earlier. I think Brainstorm's still pretty good all around. I think we'll probably play this. I think that was Culling the Weak. Another, like, 1 mana creature that can produce 1 mana. So that's gonna go in there. If I have anything I want to put in my graveyard that badly, though. Okay, Mystical Tutor I'm gonna be playing, probably, for sure. Yeah, if I have enough creatures to just Skull Clamp to draw extra cards, then sure, Skull Clamp. If we got enough creatures to just start clamping. I don't know, for 2 mana, copy the best creature on the battlefield. Oh, come on, it's a 1 mana Tameo. Of course I'm gonna play that. Vampiric Tutor, that too, of course. Can't go wrong with Wash Away. Worldly Tutor also. Yeah, that's just an all-around good creature to be having. I guess that too is like a finisher for a control deck, Abhorrent Oculus. And while we're talking about finishers for a control deck, if I have like plenty of instants and sorceries to just delve away, then Murktide Regent also. And the way I see myself building this deck, I'm probably gonna have a lot of such instants and sorceries just lying around to just delve away. Okay, it wouldn't really be a complete Leovold deck without Anvil of Bogarden. Each player draws an additional card, then has to immediately discard a card. But if I have my commander out... Yeah, this forces us to draw 2 cards, discard 1 every turn. But this makes it so the opponent can't draw more than 1 card each turn, so... They'll draw a card as normal, and then immediately have to discard 1 before they leave their draw step. Which basically means if they don't answer that Leovold or that Anvil, their hand size is never going to increase. Unless they have some other way of getting cards into their hand that doesn't involve just drawing them. I already have a Birthing Ritual, I'm not going to bother keeping... I'm not going to keep like 2 or anything. I have 3 different versions of Bitter Blossom, apparently. More mana from that. There's our counterspell. There's our Cyclonic Rift. There's our Dark Confidant for more card advantage. Simple, yeah, discard 2 cards at random for 2 mana. Can't go wrong with that. Alright, something to just help me draw and discard and just do like little bits of damage turn after turn. Not gonna really go wrong with Mana Drain, especially with no mana burn anymore. Maybe we'll do that one. Maybe. Yeah, make my opponent sacrifice their best creature if they have only 1. Snapcaster Mage to flashback my good instants and sorceries. Tarmogoyf in the big old 2026. We can try that. We can try Tarmogoyf in 2026. Alright, a little something else to hide behind. And also draws me a card. So I do not have Days Undoing in my collection. Each player shuffles their hand graveyard into their library, and well, they'll try and draw 7 cards, but if I have Leovold out, they'll get only 1. Do I have Windfall? Do I own a Windfall? Perfect! That's going in as well. Each player discards all the cards in their hand and draws that many cards -1. That can go in as well. Now, if you don't mind me, I'm gonna go and get some more cards from the Smith. I'm actually gonna just roll for a few cards. So first things first, I want to go just grab this Days Undoing. Magic... Origins. So costs 2 generic and 1 blue. Alright, I guess it's time to spend a little bit of money. Into the Void? No, that's not what I'm looking for. What the hell is Dreadwaters? I don't care about that. Days Undoing. I'll explain later. I'm pretty sure it's Eldritch Moon, but I could be wrong. Yeah, looking for something in the colorless here. We'll do it this way. Yeah, let's look at the colorless cards. I'm like 99% sure it's from Eldritch Moon what I'm looking for. Also goes hand in hand with the fact that the opponent can't draw more than 1 card per turn. Now we need to just land on the damn card. So far, hasn't shown up yet. Oh hey, it's Budget Craterhoof Behemoth. Gaia Reach Sanitarium. Each player draws a card, then discards a card. Ideally just do this after the opponent drew their 1 card for a turn. They'll just have to discard a card. They won't draw, but they will still discard. Inventory. Let's pull that back up. Each player shuffles their hand and graveyard into their deck, then draws 7 cards. But your opponent would only draw 1 if you have the commander out, so that's exactly why that's in there. Likewise for this land. We're basically just trying to make it so the opponent won't be able to draw. We'll just like rip their hand out of we'll just rip their entire hand from them and then just try and stop them from drawing entirely. I got another. Okay, I got another one. I got another card I want to pick up from the smith. I just remembered there's another one I want to go and grab. Colorless. Card from Visions. It's got a mana cost of 4, but it's not this one. What even is Leadbelly Chimera? It's not this one. I got the same card again. I'm getting a lot of 4 mana cost cards, but not the ones I'm looking for exactly. Snake Basket again. Leadbelly Chimera's making its 3rd appearance. Nope. Ironheart Chimera. Diamond Kaleidoscope. We're seeing a lot of junk in here. Teferi's Puzzle Box. At the beginning of each player's draw step, they put their entire hand on the bottom of their deck and then draw that many cards. Or, in the opponent's case, they'll just put their entire hand on the bottom of their deck and get 1 card back. I'm an asshole. You'll get like 1 card back. Oh, man. Go search my deck for any card, put that card on top of it, but lose 2 life. This basically kind of just do the same thing. Pay 2 generic and then 1 black and go get any card from my deck on top of my library. We'll run that. And if I just pay another 2 black, like 2 skull mana or 2 blacks or whatever, and then I'm drawing 3 cards also. Alright, we'll try that. This is also like 1 extra card per turn, if I don't mind losing a bit of life in the process. Destroy all creatures that entered the battlefield this turn. If it's not my turn, I can exile a black card from my hand and cast this for 0. Okay, interesting. Whenever a player plays a land, that player draws a card. The whole point of me running this is that only I would be the one that actually draws cards. If I have my commander out, it's their turn, they're playing lands, they're not actually drawing. But I'll still draw. We might need that or we might not. We'll think about it. Ah, Liliana, the 3 mana Liliana. Oko Thief of Crowns, let's throw that in. Alright, more card advantage in Phyrexian Arena here. Propaganda can kind of just make it really hard for my opponent to attack me. That's just good card advantage there. Yeah, if I need a board wipe, I got a Toxic Deluge over here. Just a really hard creature to deal with all around. That's Uro. Subtlety is also pretty nice. Snuff Out. Oh, Sheoldred the Apocalypse. I'm just, yeah. That is just really pushed for 4 mana, so I gotta play that. Maybe also Questing Beast. We're gonna have to cut some cards, probably. Some things are gonna have to go. Surely some cards are gonna have to go here. Draw a bunch of cards with Ad Nauseam. Force of Will. I can't say no to that. Can't say no to Force of Will now, can I? Alright, I guess let me start just figuring out what cards I don't need to play. Well, I do want to play Treasure Cruise. What cards do I not need to play in this deck? Do I maybe just cut some of the fast mana? Yeah, because we have to make a lot of cuts, or I'm just not gonna have like enough lands for this deck to reliably function. If we don't start making like lots of cuts like right now. Yeah, I definitely want to be putting like more than 30 lands into a deck. Maybe cut like 3 more of my non-land cards and then kind of just work my way from there to see what we can do. Velvet Profane is gonna stay. This is gonna stay. I still don't think 33 lands is going to cut it here. I don't even have that many creatures, so I think Skull Clamp's actually going to go, shockingly enough. If I put 35 lands in, I think we might be okay. I think we might be okay at this point. Bayou? Oh, Black Lotus also, because it's Black Lotus. All the fetch lands we could possibly run. Boseiju, who endures. Breeding Pool. I think, yeah, we'll also just do Chrome Mox. Definitely Command Tower. We'll do this. I barely play any creatures, so Gaia's Cradle in this deck's not gonna be, like... It's really not gonna be worth, like, mentioning, like... It's really not gonna be worth playing, I don't think. Like, that worth playing that much. Yeah, I play a lot of, like, really inexpensive... Yeah, a lot of, like, really cheap, easy-to-cast spells already. Because we have the Moxen, we'll play them. Just because we have them, we'll play them. Play some swamps. I'm gonna go get some islands in as well. Have quite the selection we can make here, by the way. I even have those unglued ones, that's something. The really fancy looking, yeah, the outer space, Edge of Eternity themed ones we have. We could go all the way back in time to Revised even. I'll do 3 of these ones. I'll do, like, one of those forests. Alright, 3 more non-basic lands and we'll just, I think we'll call it a deck. Underground Sea. Also, where is my tropical island? That's going in as well, for sure. I guess I can just fit like one more fetch land in here. Or I'll take this out and put in another fetch. We might have enough lands, we might not. I'm not sure. You know, I think this deck is ready to roll. I think we're ready to go here. I want to go back to the Mirror Gallery. I have to go through the Eldrazi prison to get there. I'm back at the Mirror Gallery. So who is in here again? Major Guardians of the Wastes. I mean, yeah, I know I fought every single one of these before. Gallery of, yeah, the Eldrazi. And then, yeah, it's literally just the Eldrazi temple again. I've already beaten all of them. Defeated them all already. Who is this one again? Wasteland Elites. A bunch of dragons. More dragons. Who's this giant cat here? Who's this, like, green robot? Moraphon. I'll have to go fight the cat, but I guess we'll fight this one. Wow, starting with a lot of cards on his field. Let's see what I can do here. Okay, it's starting to look like not a whole lot of anything. So I have green mana. No, I need to make black here. What am I doing? Alright, I'm actually not playing anything this turn. I missed. I kind of like screwed this up, didn't I? Now I have access to blue. I can cast my commander, but what else can I do? I mean, maybe this isn't gonna work against like an already established board before the game even begins. This is every creature type, so it's also got double strike. Okay, maybe if I go first. Maybe I could do a little bit better if I go first. Okay. I guess I can make myself draw 3 cards, sure. I don't know, I'm trying to slow my opponent down here. Guess I can get rid of something else. But yeah, I still have to deal with like a fully established board here. And all I pretty much have is lands in my hand right now. That's not helping either. We're certainly gonna need a little bit more help here. Alright, we'll take that. And we need all the help we can get right about now. Sure, I guess. Anyways, now I gotta deal with all these plant tokens. I guess I can play Stock Up and see what I find with that. I'm gonna take the 2 creatures and just put, like, all the cards that can produce mana back into my deck. I'll make my own Adventurer's Zendikar. Make my own plant tokens. I guess Ponder off the top of the deck will do. Treasure Cruise to hand. No. I'll do like this. Do not shuffle. Delve 7 cards. Play a Birds of Paradise to hide behind also, I guess. And I'm thinking for now that's gonna be it. Honestly, I don't think I really have much of a plan for if I have to go second again. Honestly, don't even know what I'm supposed to do if I gotta go second again. I guess I can gain some life with Barragoyf here once this can start attacking. I'll also play Tarmogoyf. Keep on adding to the board that way. Tamiyo. Okay, protection from white, does that help? Alright, just waiting for the opponent to not attack after all. Fetch and get another land drop here. Top card of my deck is a Teferi's Puzzle Box. Alright, we'll play it. Well, I could just Windfall. Yeah, I think I'll get myself a new hand. I'll play this also while we're at it. Play a Mox Diamond. Maybe I can do a bit of damage here, and I guess Barragoyf's also gonna go in and swing. Shield Dread, I guess, is gonna go in my hand if I can even cast that. I do not believe... No, I definitely can't. I definitely can't yet. Again, waiting for the opponent to decide after doing anything, and so far it doesn't look like they're going to. I'll put this into play. No cards in hand, obviously no surprise there. With the deck I'm playing, no surprise there. Alright, where's Barrogoyf? I guess, yeah, I'll put this in my hand. Play Dark Confidant. I believe, once again, I'm all tapped out here. Once again, I'll just pass it on back. Pretty much just gonna make sure, yeah, my opponent never has a hand. Now, if they didn't start with so many cards on their board already, then, well... this would be a considerably easier matchup. Sure, I could just wipe their hand, but if they already have, like, a board presence, does that really matter? I'll just have to put everything back into my hand anyways, huh? I'll just overload the Cyclonic Rift in response. Yeah, might as well do that first. I'll go fetch, also while we're at it. There's a swamp. Each player discards a card. I just want to make him put his entire hand into his deck and draw one card. I just wanted to see his hand size go from 9 to 0. All those creatures you had on your board, everything you had on your board, except for the lands, is now back in his deck. But yeah, I'm not expecting to win game 3, but you never know. Yeah, anyways, I don't know what my opponent is even supposed to do here. Discard that card before even getting to ever get a chance to play it. Let's just send everything in. Yeah, sometimes I just play the slowest games of Magic of all time. Sometimes I just play the longest games. I'll just go ahead and stock up on turn 1. Got some removal, sort of, there. Thinking maybe I take another land. I'll take Dark Confidant. Kinda had to think about what I wanted to take. Now I'm discarding something, whether I like it or not. I don't know how he's playing so many spells. I don't even know where all these lands just came from. Whenever Risen Reef or another elemental enters the battlefield under your control, look at the top card of your library. If it's a land card, you may put it onto the battlefield tapped. And then he played this, which was, I guess, also an elemental, and then... Is that where all the lands just came from? Apparently he's still playing stuff. Apparently we're still casting stuff. Yeah, I clearly have the wrong deck for this matchup. I'm doing something wrong. This is... oh, the white mana. Oh, this is all the white legendary creatures? Yep. Elesh Norn. Starting with how many frickin' cards on our field and 60 life? I get to go first at least. But man, I do not like having one land in my hand. Okay, so that's already a 4/4, I see. That didn't take long at all. I guess I can kill it. Ah, yes, I see. I'll take 1 poison damage there. Let's tap this thing down. So if I attack and do combat damage, I get a poison counter. I see. Still drawing cards at least. Anyways. What shall we do now? Play a land, yes. What else shall we do now? That protection from white, that's gonna be hilarious. And I'm paying the kicker cost just to make it even better. What's it doing entering tap, though? Oh, the blind obedience, right. That's why it's coming in tapped. Pass. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna lose all my creatures. Now I gotta try and get my crown back. We're gonna destroy... we're gonna copy Loran. And I'll just destroy this Blind Obedience. So my stuff stops coming in tapped. I'll play a Murktide Regent. 4/4. I mean, I guess it's still something. Let's take my crown back. Protection from green and from white. I really don't want to lose the Monarch again, so we'll do that. Of course. Oh, can't attack, though. He's just gonna get blocked by this protection from White Turok over here. I'm just gonna go cast this immediately off the top of my deck, I don't care. Do I want to draw 7 cards? Yes. And leave the opponent with a 1-card hand. So I'll definitely have to get this off the field. So many enchantments I just want to get off the field, but I think Norn's Decree has to go, or I can't really win with just combat damage now, can I? I guess, I don't know, try and get something off our opponent's board here. Oh, that's why I'm not drawing a card. Elesh Norn is, like, making his ETB not actually trigger. Oh, anyways. Now I gotta potentially worry about how many, at least like 11, 12 tokens? Okay, we'll definitely be casting this off the top. How do we get all this stuff off the field now, exactly? What do we want to do here to get everything off the field? I could just Vampiric Tutor into a Toxic Deluge and then I should be fine. because of that Into the Pit, I can just rip it off the top of my deck. That gets all the 1/1s off the field. Could even just like wipe the entire board while the opponent doesn't have like anything to actually cast. Because they have like no cards in hand practically. Did not play a land yet this turn, apparently. We'll do that now. I'll pass. Sure, just cast it. Sure. I'll just go then. Deadly Rawlik, exile this for 0. I'm gonna play Oko. Food token. Pass. I'm gonna go ahead and remand that. Command zone. Play another land. Island. Put Leovold back on the field for 7. Play a Tarmogoyf for 2 mana, 2 mana 5/6. Pass. Force of Will, this Moonshaker Cavalry. We'll stock up. Definitely take a Treasure Cruise. I'll also grab the Hymn to Turok. Alright, make a Leshnor and discard like the last 2 cards in her hand. And then I'll just go and draw 3 more. Gaia Reach Sanitarium. Each player draws a card, then discards a card. Farewell, exile all graveyards. I mean, yeah, it's gonna resolve. Shuffle the deck. Teferi's Puzzle Box, that's hilarious. Can I overload this? Oh, not just yet. I'd love to just force everything back into her hand and then just make her put it all back into her deck. That's gonna be amazing. I mean, Mana Drain can slow her down in the meantime. Sure. Okay, now I can overload Cyclonic Rift before I have to shuffle my whole hand back into my deck. Mox Jet, Chrome Mox. I'll get rid of Infernal Grasp. Let's just attack with these two. Pass. And watch her shuffle her entire hand back into her deck, leaving her with nothing. Okay. That's fine. Alright, War Room to draw a card. Oh. Oh, this is one of the cards I start with. Right. So that's how that got there. Play Barrogoyf. I'm gonna cast down this human token. Pass. Play Sheoldred the Apocalypse. I'm gonna go for the throat, kill this human token. Just a few more turns of this, and the game's gonna be over. I'm gonna gain, yeah, like, I'm gonna put my hand back into my deck, draw that many cards, and then for each one of those, I'm gonna gain 2 more life. Oh, nice, we're pretty much getting back up to our starting life total. If that even matters. Yeah, the game's over anyways. And that was just that was just like one duel. I gotta still get another win. Yeah, I'm starting to think I'm not having that much fun with this deck already. Anyways, let's just play the guy with protection from white immediately. Against the mono-white deck, this is hilarious. Even if I don't kick it to make her also discard 2 cards and have this enter as a 4/3. Can I block still? And this takes, yeah, 0 damage because it's protection from white, which is, this is, yeah, a white card, obviously. I'll play a Bloom Tender and pass. Just gonna hide behind the guy with protection from white. Or maybe not, because he doesn't fly. Alright, 6 damage to the face, that's fine. Leovold, Emissary of Trest. Day's Undoing. I draw 7 cards, she draws only 1. Immediately ends my turn, but anyways, like, yeah, who cares? Yeah, my opponent literally doesn't have a hand anymore, who cares? I'll just get rid of Tarmogoyf to Chrome Mox, I guess. guess I'll just pass. Until I can just really take care of what's actually on our board here. I don't have anything to fly, so I have to let this hit me. I'll get rid of that sword. Top card on my deck? Okay, it's just the Llanowar Elves. Sure, let's Treasure Cruise, delve 4 cards. Alright, how much more stuff could I possibly just get on the board here at the very least? But yeah, no, like, not a whole lot. Alright, doesn't look like she can really do a whole lot of anything either. I guess I'll play the Black Lotus for free. Dark Tutelage. Sacrifice this. Deadly Rollick, I'll just get that off the field. Sacrificing the Dispeller's Capsule to it. Cloud Shift in response to go and save it. Fierce Guardianship, counter the Cloud Shift. Send these in swinging. I'll do a Toxic Deluge now, X is 1. All those tokens are gone. So are a good chunk of my creatures as well, unfortunately. I'm gonna remand that. Alright, him to Turok. Make her discard 2 cards at random. Gonna miss the goal here. Let's go and grab, let's see, what can I grab here? I'll just take a Cyclonic Rift, have it ready for next turn. No, it's 6 poison counters currently. Now I'm at 7. Counterspell. Yeah, this I really do just need to get off the field. I mean, yeah, that'll technically do it. Now I'm free to swing and not actually get poison. I'll go ahead, copy Glint Eye. Pass. Sensor Splicer and have to exile my Leovold. Yeah, sure. Bayou, Mox Diamond, get rid of the Flooded Strand. Oh, Bitter Triumph, pay 3 life, kill this Golem token. Replay Leovold. I'll do a Dark Deal. Just put the Mox Emerald on the field as well, and now we're just going to send these 2 swinging. And just like that, I'm drawing 4 more cards. Hand is full, pretty much, again. Sure. That is fine. I'll cast down the Knight of the White Orchid. Play Breeding Pool untapped, I guess. Vampiric Tutor into Anvil of Bogarden. I'll be drawing it this turn for sure now. Just like that, I will go and draw it. I will play it. I'll play a Barrogoyf. And a Dark Confidant. Alright, your move. And now I got a Leshnorn with literally nothing in her hand. Alright, now we have pretty much a completely defenseless opponent here. Alright, just attack with a few more combat phases and win the game. Alright, play Sheoldred the Apocalypse. Play Oko Thief of Crowns. Food token. Play a Tamiyo. Play Uro, Titan of Nature's Wrath. Play the Mox Sapphire. Fresh start over here, and I'll discard. Oh, nothing. Oh, we both have no maximum hand size from this. I forgot about that part of the anvil. Anyway, she's gonna draw one card and immediately discard it, and unless it's like an instant or something with flash, she won't get a chance to cast it. I'll just gain a bunch of life while we're at it. And transform Tamiyo, I guess if that even matters now. No, maybe I actually need to stop drawing so many cards. I have 8 cards left on my deck. I could literally just draw myself to a game loss if I'm, like, not paying attention. We'll just attack with these 3... No, these 4 to end the game. Alright, goodbye, Leshnorn. Goodbye. Proof you defeated a Leshnorn and returned to the Plains capital for a reward. I did not even know I was gonna go and get this. A reward that I did not even know was gonna go and win. It was a long game, so much so I think I want to just... Yeah, I think I want to just end the stream already. I did like, what? We did like 2 games with that Leovold deck. Okay, I guess make it 3. Alright, make it 3 games. But yeah, this should be a hell of a lot easier since, yeah, the opponent's not actually starting with anything on their board. That alone makes my job a hell of a lot easier. My opponent doesn't actually start with any sort of board presence. Alright, copy my Ring of Thune I basically never really use anymore anyways. Sure, why not? Unless, if you don't get rid of this, I'm tapping this for 4 mana next turn. Or maybe even all 5. play Barrogoyf. Uro, Titan of Nature's Wrath. I'll put this onto the battlefield, I suppose. Might as well do something with the spare mana we have. We're gonna put that back on the battlefield. Okay. I'll just exile it this time. Well, this is gonna stay, but the token is gone. Alright, your move. Cast the Windfall here. Sure. Alright, fresh start on Balan. Pretty much now make it useless. Anvil of Bogarden. Horn of Greed, pass. Sure. I'll discard that. Flying Lifelink. I'll just attack with the Barrogoyf here. And yeah, force a block. Opponent can't draw anything. Or recast their commander, it's too much mana. Yep. Pretty sure everyone here, pretty sure everyone knew how that was gonna go. Painfully obvious at this point how that one was gonna go. Alright, also just kinda wanna go and sell some of my loot. So yeah, we got like 3 games with that Leovold deck. Yeah, 2 painfully slow slogs because... Yeah, I'm playing a control deck, it's like, what do you expect? Of course the games are gonna just drag on seemingly forever. I'm playing a control deck. I mean, what else do you expect? Of course it's gonna take a while. I mean, if you want to see faster games, I can just go back to Light Pause. If you want a quicker game, I just go back to this. Shulane is also hella slow because the turns could just take like upwards of 10 minutes. Yeah, every creature spell you play just draws you a card. And you can just put lands from your hand onto the battlefield for free. Yeah, the turns could just kind of like take forever. Still probably gonna play a couple more games with Leovold, but I don't know. Not really as exciting as some of the other decks I have in my possession. I mean, especially once I just like land the combo with Leovold just pretty much like deleting their hand. Leovold plus something that makes the opponent shuffle their hand to their deck or discard it and then draw the same number of cards. And instead just like deletes their hand. And then Anvil of Bogarden and the Gaia Reach Sanitarium just keeping it empty. Yeah, that's basically a summary of what I'm trying to do with this Leovold deck. Unfun, complete bullshit, but no complaints from the computers.